Everyone, welcome to this new episode of ENTREZ. My name is Christian Seri. I'm a DFW realtor and I'm the founder of Business Apparel Across Dallas. And today I have a special guest. He's a friend of mine, and I call him the insurance expert. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me on the show, Christian.
Of course.
My name is Marcus EGIEBOR, and I go by the insurance guru.
Okay.
I'm not even self-proclaimed, actually. I got this from a client of mine. I guess she was
It
pleased.
means you have good services.
I'd like to think so, and I'm grateful, and I pray that I continue to provide those services. But yeah, we were reviewing a policy, and I gave her some information that apparently she did not have, and she said, "You're the insurance guru." I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with that. If you said it, then it must be so. Yeah.
Okay. So, tell us about yourself. What's your background? Who is Mr. Marcus? We want to know more about you.
Okay. Well, my background is I am a child of God. I'll definitely start there.
Wow.
And I'm from Dallas, Texas, born and raised.
Okay.
My father is Nigerian. My mother is from Kansas City, Missouri. So she's American. So I'm African American.
Okay.
Officially, and I just like to serve. I like to serve. I'm a servant of people. I'm a student of life. And I use insurance as an avenue to serve as many people as I can based on the information that I did not have.
I love this sentence. What did you say again? You use
insurance to serve. Yeah.
So my next question is how did you get into insurance? Because you can work for a corporate, you can do a lot of stuff. How did you get in insurance?
Well, it's a funny story because I've always been an entrepreneur. Okay. Like even since the age of 12, I cut yards and, I did a lot of different things around the neighborhood to provide services. But one of the largest donors at my church, he was an insurance broker. He wrote this book called The Working Man's Guide to Becoming a Millionaire.
The Working Man?
The Working Man's Guide to Becoming a Millionaire.
Okay.
Yeah. So I skimmed through the book, man. I didn't read it. I'm not gonna lie. At that age, you're fascinated by millionaire, by that word. So
you're so millionaire. I'm like, okay,
that's it. So I opened it up, I skimmed through it, and I saw working man, and then I saw insurance. I was like, okay, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm like, this guy is always at charity events. He's at every service talking about giving back, and it was just really impressive. I seen how he served in his stewardship, so that really resonated with me. And I was like, okay, that's a good example of leadership. So, but still, I should have read through the book, didn't focus. So I went my own route. So I ended up getting my first job at 19 as an insurance intern.
Okay.
Right? It was corporate.
So you started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom. As an intern.
Okay.
So that's as bottom as it could get. Running coffee, doing things. I still didn't really get the understanding of how the business worked because when you say hindsight is 20/20, it's like, okay, if I had some of these opportunities that I had earlier in life, it comes with maturity, and the Lord gives you an opportunity to go through your own path. So I'm grateful for it. But I went through my own tumultuous path because I decided to do it my way instead of the Lord's way, and He has a way of humbling you.
Sometimes, he has to.
Yeah. He's like, okay, well,
like Jonas, the Lord told him, go this way, and he decided to go another way.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got to order your steps, man. You got to order your steps. So, with that said, I did a lot of different things, and I was able to, like I said, I was always an entrepreneur. So I got a job, and I opened up a barbershop. That's nothing around insurance, but I opened up a barbershop.
You started something.
I started something. I like to create, so realized that, got my first house at the time and realized I knew nothing about home protection.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the catastrophes that are going on in the house. I'm like, okay, I bought this house, but I knew nothing about purchasing a home. and I knew nothing about protecting it. So I was having all of these financial issues that were going on with the house, and I just did not know how to properly protect it.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
Right? Okay. So amongst doing it my way, I had a little job, and then I had the barbershop. I ended up losing my job, and I have this house, and my barbershop was kind of a new business, and I was using my job to supplement my income. Right? Here in Dallas. Okay. Using it to supplement my income, and God has a way of telling you to sit down and listen to me.
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
Sit down and listen to me. So,
sit down and listen.
Right. So he'll take things away from you that don't really need to be in your possession, that's not really there to glorify him or his path. So I spent a year looking for another job to kind of, you remember, because the barbershop was my supplemental income my job was my supplemental income for my business. Okay. So I no longer had that source of income. So I was, searching for a job. It took me about a year, and that's tumultuous to have no pay coming in for an entire year, right?
That's stressful.
Stressful. But I was all ears at that point. I was like, okay, Lord, whatever you're trying to tell me, I hear you. I can't even move. Like, I don't have any gas or anything like that. Not even gas in my car. At that time, I had a 2002 Monte Carlo. That was, I still had like 2 or 3 more payments on it.
Wow.
And it was, what do they call it? They impounded it, or they towed it away, or, someone came outside and said, "Hey, brother, they're towing your car." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I whatever, I
know what's going on.
I know what's going on. I didn't want to bring more attention to myself." But long story short, I was able to land a job at a gas station, and I was really appreciative.
Oh, you worked at a gas station as well?
I worked at a gas station.
So you literally did everything. Wow.
Yeah, I literally did. And I needed a job at that time. So I worked at a gas station, and I was just grateful to serve. I'm a people person. So I believe it gave me an opportunity to kind of hone that skill set from actually being in front of people the whole time. So I had a gentleman who was a regular. He used to come into the store pretty frequently, and I admired him. He dressed nice. He was very poised, and he had good conversation.
Nice too.
Well, look, I like to be in good company. I love your outfit too, brother.
Thank you.
Like the beard too, my man. It's like a brotherhood here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I asked him what he did, and he's like, "Well, I'm an insurance agent. If you're looking to make a little money, here's my card." And I was like, perfect. I got this house. I have access to learning how to protect myself in the insurance field. And at that point, I became a student.
Okay. I have a basic question for you.
Sure.
How do we get into insurance? Do you have to take some exam, license? How do you have to study, or do you wake up one morning and say, "Hey, I'm an insurance guy"? So what is the process for people who want to get into that kind of that field?
Absolutely. So there's a required test.
Okay.
There's several forms of insurance. The insurance that I initially got into was called property and casualty.
Okay.
P&C.
Okay. P&C.
P&C. So when you're in P&C, you're gonna have access to insure homes, cars, practically anything except for healthcare and life. So P&C, it's about 150 questions, depending on the state that you're in, and it's just a license. You take the test, you pass the test with a 70, and you apply for your license, and you get your fingerprints, and you get that in, and then you do what's called getting appointed, which means getting contracted with various companies that gives you an opportunity to actually sell their product. Like some of the larger companies like Allstate, Nationwide, once you get that license, you're able to work with any one of these carriers.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So during that time, can you share with us the obstacles, the issues, you went through during that journey of even being who we are in this country, and tell us about, kind of difficulties, in your journey.
Yeah. So in my journey, I felt like, especially my first job in insurance, I'm an intern. So I was able to get an experience of a corporate setting and the corporate culture. So I realized that based on my aptitude and a lot of the way that I moved in my comfort zone, I felt like I didn't fit in corporate America. the structure was great.
Okay.
But, and I was able to learn a lot and develop skill sets under that
It is
dynamic.
something you felt right away or during that internship? It is something after like a year of 6 months, you were like, that's not the thing that I really want to be into. How can you explain that?
I'm a student of life.
Okay.
So I kind of sat back and viewed how the dynamic of the organization ran.
Okay.
And really realized that it's not the actual structure, that a lot of it is the people. And there are certain elements of human behavior that I experienced in corporate America that I didn't want to be susceptible to. So I didn't want to keep myself in that position or that posture, but I wanted to learn as much as I can to apply it to my natural aptitude as an entrepreneur.
Okay. Great. So right now, let's say you are very happy about what you do.
Extremely.
Right? So what's your vision behind everything you do? What do you want to achieve? Personally or for your community, or what's the vision?
Well, the vision is to always win more souls for Christ.
Oh.
Always win more souls for Christ.
Can you say that again, please, for
me? The vision is, and I feel like that always win more souls for Christ.
I love what you're saying. Wow, that's good.
So whenever you have influence, attention, and service, you're able to make impact. So I feel like insurance was a good vehicle in order to get into households. I started off, my niche was homeowners insurance.
Okay.
So if I'm able to get you more information that'll make your home life a lot more comfortable, I can get more of your attention to kind of show you exactly, what we as Christians view as our purpose in life. So that's my main thing, service to many.
Okay.
And win souls for Christ.
Service is the key.
Yeah.
So let's get in detail in what you do in insurance. Do you do insurance life, home insurance, business insurance? Tell us a little bit about the kind of insurance you do.
Okay. Well, throughout my career, I gave you a little bit of background on when I started. So it's coming up on about collectively 18 years.
Okay.
So throughout that time frame, I focus on anything to do with any form of insurance.
Okay.
So homeowners insurance, commercial insurance with business insurance, life insurance, investments. Not only am I...
we'll talk about life insurance after
absolutely.
This. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm also a financial advisor. So there's a lot of financial literacy that's tied.
Educate people about finance.
Absolutely. And I went through that process by getting my Series 65. That's the actual identity of that credential. So it's an IEA investment advisor. So Series 65, you have your Series 67. That's what you need to become an advisor. With that, I'm able to help with investments and help with retirement plans and college investment strategies for kids. And, so it's just a realm of opportunity to serve in every aspect. So whenever I decided to get into that field, I just decided to just tap on every area that meant something to me. Not necessarily every area in insurance. I have healthcare opportunities, but that's not really what's passionate for me. So I'm into solving problems. So any problem that I have, I feel like, if I become a student of that and I've actually seen the impact that I've created in my life with that education, I'm able to utilize that information to disseminate, to serve.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back on the life insurance because living in the US, if you don't have any life insurance, sometimes, things happen.
Yeah.
It can be problematic.
Absolutely.
And this year, we went through a sad situation about somebody that I knew. He didn't have any insurance. So for the people who are watching us, what advice about life insurance would you give to those people?
Everyone needs life insurance. And it's a need.
Say that again, please.
Everyone needs life insurance. Everyone needs life insurance. And like life insurance, it's not like any other form of insurance. It's not cookie cutter. So whenever you're speaking about life insurance, you want to do a needs analysis.
Okay.
You know, I like to say life insurance is the last, as an individual purchasing life insurance is not for you. It's for your legacy. It's for the people you care for. And I like to say that it's the last love letter that you would write to your
last love letter
that you would write to the people that care for you. Yeah. So
that's very, very, very interesting. So, how many people work for you now at this time?
Well, I have a pretty sizable staff. It's pretty intimate. So I would probably say, as far as individuals that work with me, maybe about a dozen.
Okay.
But we partner with different financial literacy organizations like tax offices and able to give them the opportunity to provide services as well. You know, financial literacy services like life insurance and also investment tools also to add to their wheelhouse. You know, so we have partnered with almost over 100 different companies that are operating in a financial literacy program like tax offices, like I mentioned, and they're able to provide that to their employees and also to their existing clients.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is the vision nationwide? Do you have any plans for other states or, you know, anywhere else in the US or maybe overseas? We don't know.
Yeah. Looking overseas, but we're already nationwide.
Okay,
you know,
these
100 partners, we're licensed in every single state.
Okay.
So we operate in every single state as well. So we're just excited to promote awareness. That's the main thing. Insurance is just about, you know, not if something happens, it's when it happens.
Okay.
You know, so we like
true.
to do a needs analysis to see exactly what your circumstance is in order to provide the proper product.
Okay.
And that proper product may only align with a certain insurance company or insurance carrier. So we have access to over multiple carriers, over 100, 200 different insurance companies that we partner with.
Perfect. My next question is about spirituality. Okay. Because this channel is the Christian channel.
Yes.
So how your spirituality impact who you are and what you do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So spirituality is everything. Faith is everything.
Okay.
You know, you're not going to have all of the answers to a lot of the circumstances that you're going to be met with. So I have to lean on Christ. I have to lean on God. I don't know all the answers. It could be.
Me too.
Yeah. You know, and with that faith, you know, he's never let me down. We're talking about momentary decisions that I just called upon God. And mind you, as an entrepreneur in the space that I'm in, there's several people that depend on me. There's several companies that depend on my decision making and my activity. So I give it to him. I lean on him. I get quiet. I listen to his voice. I order my steps. I follow the direction. And we know when we're not, you know, being obedient, the Lord will let us know, hey, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. So creating that habit of consistency.
Okay.
And being able to know that even if I don't feel like I have the capacity, that I can lean on Christ. I can lean on God. If I don't feel strong, I can lean on him.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And my next question is, how does the Lord speak to you? How he speaks to you? Me, sometimes in dreams.
Yeah.
And how about you?
It's personal relationship, of course. Definitely, you have to speak to him back. You have to initiate a lot of conversation. You got to seek him, and then he'll meet you and fill in all of the gaps. A lot of the times, it's just in.
Some people get a vision. Some people are like, "Yo, as I was praying, and then he talked to me." Sometimes me. In dreams.
in dreams.
Yeah.
I would call it a notion.
Okay.
I would call it almost an instinct, you know, and a lot of times I've had dreams, premonition. These are daytime dreams. A lot of the direction that I've received have gone on, you know, in the middle of an activity or when I'm driving or when I sat down and prayed.
Wow.
You know, because you got to seek him first. So if you want something, I seek him, I'll pray about it, and I wouldn't give it more than an hour or two that I'll have that instinct and that notion. And it'll be a clear direction on what I need to do.
Wow. I love that. I love that. So that's my favorite question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite scripture in the Bible? When you read it, you're like, wow, it's given me strength and it's helped me a lot to share it with the people who are watching us. That can help as well.
Yeah.
If it's helped for you, if it works for you, it can work for them as well. So
yeah. Philippians, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Wow, that's a very short scripture, but powerful.
Absolutely.
Powerful.
Absolutely.
Wow. So every time, you have to say that again and again and again.
I have to say it again because he puts things in your life that are that we can't conceptualize at times. But once he's brought me to a certain place and given me that realization to continue to trust him, I knew that it wasn't me. So at that point, I continue to recite that scripture, even when I'm doing great. You know. Hey.
Sometimes when people are, going through like tough times, they're like, oh God, no. Even when everything's doing great, you have to be grateful. And, and I love that. That. Wow.
Because it's his will.
That's I know that people are really blessed with what we're sharing right now at this time.
I hope so.
And I love that. Okay. My next question is, I want you to share with us what you're reading right now about financial education, whatever you're reading that can help, the people, because it's by knowledge we grow. Right. What can you say about that?
Okay. Well, one of my books because I like to dive deep. Whenever I read a book, sometimes I read it over and over again. So because I know there's some things that I may miss. One of them that I'm listening to right now, because I listen to a lot of books, Audible is a good friend of mine. So, because, we're so busy and we want to make sure that we're kind of multitasking.
That's true.
The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I'll say that again. The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
Okay.
And the premise of that is that a lot of individuals, a lot of people was promoted in our society that you got to have money to make money. You got to have this. I don't have everything that I need, but the Lord has given you all of the tools that you need. Everything that you need is inside of you. And 10X preaches energy. That's free. Effort, consistency. You're the asset. Folks like to say, hey, look, it takes money. Money is literally the last thing that you get after you put in the effort. If you want to make $1 million, you got to do $1 million worth of work first.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So if you do, if you want whatever it is that you want, 10X that.
Okay.
And the law of averages will take place at that point. If you want 10 real estate deals, I know you're one of the top real estate agents in Texas.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if you're looking to purchase a home or any property, you got to go through my guy here.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you want 10 real estate deals, you got to put 100 on the table. If you want to meet 10 new people, you got to talk to 100 new people, and then the averages will take care of themselves. And then the probability and the
That's
predictability.
Powerful what you're saying. Wow, I love that.
Yeah, the predictability and the objections that you would meet. You will see that in consistency, and then you'll know how to navigate through those because you do it pretty frequently. So you just got to do it. You just got to, utilize that effort, and that effort is free. And the Lord gave you breath in your lungs, and he woke you up another day. You have the ability to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Marcus. I would like to share as well what I read last time. It's in French. It says, La chèvre de ma mère. It's by somebody from Congo. His name is Ricardo Kanyama. I don't know if I can translate that in English. It says, my mother's goat. So, I don't know if there is an English version of that book. It's a very, very good book for entrepreneurs. And then you can look for this book on Amazon or wherever you can find it. It's very, very helpful.
It's a great book.
Okay. Wonderful, Mr. Marcus. So, last time you came to my event that I host here in Dallas, it's the event is Business Apparel Christ, and Mr. Marcus was the guest speaker of that event. You said something very, very powerful that I even wrote it down. You said the journey of an entrepreneur leads you or transform you in entrepreneur shape. What did you mean by that? That was a powerful statement.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to be in entrepreneurial shape in order to continue this journey.
The shape.
The shape. And it's not just aesthetics. It's not just physical shape.
No.
Mental shape.
People understand that. Yeah.
Emotional shape. Oh, yeah. That physical shape does help because this is the only vehicle you have to get you through life. So you got to have a health plan.
Yeah.
So with that said, this is the most character building experience that you can have in life that I feel as an entrepreneur. Character building. Because you got to stand on the principles. You got to stand on your consistency.
You have to follow some principles.
You have to follow. So with that said, I just meant that you need to have a routine. You got to have a health routine. You have to be consistent in every aspect, your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health.
Your heart as well.
Your heart as well. Yeah, definitely. So there's so many different, attributes of an entrepreneur to be able to produce. You want to make sure that your number one asset, which is you, is in the best shape mentally, spiritually, and emotionally in order to serve.
I'm going to bother you. Would you say that again for the people? Because this is powerful.
Okay. No problem. I'm happy to say that.
I love that.
You want to be able to maintain your most important asset, which is you, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
Perfect. So for those who are watching us, some people that, I want to be like this guy. This guy
right here?
No, you.
Okay.
I'm talking about you. Somebody who's watching us. He's going to
be better than me.
Yeah, but
be better.
You want to be like you. He was like, I want to do insurance, and I want to be like him. I want to be like, So, what advice can you give to those people who are watching us?
Yeah, I would say be a student. Be a student. Whatever you want to.
Be a student.
Be a student.
Learn first.
Learn before you can earn.
Ooh, okay.
Learn before you can earn.
Let me write it down.
Yeah. Because if you're a student
learn before you can earn.
That's it.
Okay.
That part. Yeah. Because if you're a student first, the rest will come. You'll have a foundation. You want to build foundation, social media and a lot of different avenues, give us this perception of success as immediate. It doesn't happen immediately. You really have to build your education, your knowledge, your experience. Some things that in the insurance space, I couldn't learn. I needed to experience before I could relay this information. So, to someone else, just being a student, taking the information that you learn, take the experience that you learn from each and every circumstance at whatever discipline, and trust God and apply it to you, because everyone is different. You're going to get a different outcome or result than I would, because your journey is different from mine. People are going to respond differently than they will to me. So whatever that is, just learn as much as you can and constantly be a student, no matter if you have 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the business. There's always something to learn, just in life, period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have one more question real quick.
Okay, sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about time management? How do you manage your time being an entrepreneur? Real quick.
Yeah. You got to control your time. You got to dominate your time.
Okay.
You got to write down a list. Write down your list every single day. Because if you just think about it as an idea, it's not a plan. You got to write down a plan daily. And a plan is separate from your goals. Write down your goals too. Write down what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. They have to be real as well, or that's just an idea. That's separate from.
And read them every day.
Read them every day.
In Habakkuk.
Every single day. Materialize them. Scratch them off. Time yourself. Put yourself in time blocks. Because if you can accomplish more in a day than you could in a week, your year looks different. Your 5-year trajectory looks different.
Thank you, Mr. Marcus. We are so blessed to have this wonderful person here on Entrepreneur. And before we finish the show, I want to let you say your last word, something you want to say.
Okay. Well, I'm grateful to be here. My name is Marcus EGIEBOR. I go by the Insurance Guru on every social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And I'm here as a resource. My purpose is to promote awareness within the insurance space and how to protect your life, your business, and your home. So I'm here as a resource to also teach other aspiring insurance agents or professionals how to get into the business and how to grow their business and how to promote their business as well. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm very, very blessed to share this platform with you, Christian. And I'm honored to be a servant and a steward to anyone who wants to get in this business in insurance and learn.
Thank you so much for this time. And on December 10th, we're going to have Business Apparel class here in Dallas. We're going to talk about finance and real estate. I'm going to be the guest speaker. To finish the show, let me read you this scripture of Colossians 3:14. It says, above all these things, put on charity, which is the bound of perfection. It means love what you do, and you will get to the perfection. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.